Hello everybody. Today I would like to talk about the sumping issue, as many of you probably wonder if your motorcycle was affected or not. So please stick around and I will try to help you out to figure it out if you should worry or not really. As many of you probably know, there was an issue with initial introduction of M8 engine that was a brand new engine for Harley Davidson, and those were manufactured from 2017 up till now. And there was an issue with the sampling that many of the riders actually reported to the dealership. And sampling is the situation when too much oil is actually transmitted from to the crankcase by the pump, and that create the situation when the flywheel have to travel through so much oil in the crankcase that it creates lost power in the engine. After those initial complaints from users of brand new bikes with the M8 engine installed, dealerships started taking notes and of course sending those notes to the Harley Davidson headquarters, identifying that there are issues with some of these bikes coming back for the service with the severe engine damage, or there is basically just a lot of complaints from owners of those bikes that they are losing power and something is not right. Later on, Harley started documenting those cases, and they probably noticed that there is quite a few issues with this new engines that they introduced in 2017. Software was receiving this new engine in 2018, but the touring models were actually getting this new M8 engines from 2017. After a few of those cases were documented, dealerships started receiving these service bulletins from Harley Davidson identifying the issue and informing the dealerships that there is really a case that some of these engines are being damaged, or there is just improper oiling of the engine. And this is actually one of those documents that I'm talking about. This is a service bulletin that was issued by Harley Davidson to one of those dealerships. And as I noticed, there was multiple revisions for this specific document. As long as Harley was documenting those, they were new and new revisions as more and more cases start coming back to the Harley headquarters, identifying those issues. So of course you probably wonder what is sampling. So please let me read some of the information from these documents so we can better understand what is the issue and identify if your motorcycle could be affected or is something that you should worry about. So based on the document, the sampling is when excessive amount of oil is suspended in the engine crankcase and the flywheel must travel through the oil, resulting in the loss of power or high degree engine braking and potential engine components damage with extended use under these conditions. So basically what Harley is telling us, if we are operating our new M8 engines for a long period of time at high RPMs, there is potential for the damage to our engine. In order to fix these issues, Harley started sending those service bulletins to the dealerships, providing the instruction how to identify those issues. So one of the first steps for the dealership to check is actually amount of oil coming from the crank sensor. So they were instructed to take the bike, ride it for an extended period of time till engine oil temperature will rise up to the proper level, and as soon as engine will reach a proper operating temperature, they will instruct the service technician to put the bike vertically for about 2 minutes, let the engine run, and next remove the crank positioning sensor and observe how much oil is coming out from the crankcase. And after this will be initial verification if the sampling took place or not, and if there are any other factors that affect the engine and if it's related to the same issue or not. What was the determining factor in order to identify the issue with the sumping specifically was the amount of the oil coming from the crankcase sensor after removing the sensor. So this document is actually describing if we have more than 6 ounces of oil coming out from the sensor location, this will be indicator that the issue was actually related to sumping. And there is also additional steps required to the dealership to verify the engine and some of the components of the engine in order to make sure that this issue is not related to something else. If dealer identify the issue as related to sumping, they are instructed by the Harley headquarters to replace the oil pump, which is supposed to fix the issue. Unfortunately, Harley tried to fix these issues for quite a few times, and they release multiple different revision to the pump, trying to fix this situation. And as far as this document is actually outlining, there was between 6 or 8 different revision to the pumps that Harley manufacture, depending on the specific model. And both of those pumps were actually upgraded by the Harley Davidson. And as far as I did my research, this upgrade happened after May 22nd of 2019. I actually have the Softail model that was affected, potentially affected by this situation. And in my case, I decided to purchase a new pump that cost about $120 and replace the pump during my upgrade of stage 2 that I will be doing in the near future. So as far as new pump, it looks like there was quite a few changes that were implemented by the Harley designers, and those were size of the ports for the pump, and also the rotor that is moving the oil inside of the pump. The older model pumps have 10 teeth on the rotor, when in fact the new pump have only 8. So let me show you what I'm talking about, and since I already have the pump at hand, so I will be able to show you the differences. So here is the service bulletin as along with the brand new pump that I just ordered for my motorcycle. So those are the pumps that are used in 2020 models. And for the Softail, this pump number, the newest one that I was able to identify, was 624-00247. And for the twin cool models, this pump number will be 624-00248. So it's really important to make sure that you order specific pump for your bike, because there are two different options for the same pump depending on the cooling of your bike. Okay, let's open the pump. As you can see, this is the rotor I was talking about. So let's put this one on the side. This is new cover with the gasket that was also redesigned. And here is our pump. And as you can see, this is the rotor that was upgraded. This one have 8 teeth around, when the previous one have 10. So it really depends on which side is this rotor. So this is the feeding part, which still have the 10 the teeth design, and this is the upgraded part in here. And in order to identify, of course, we have our part number in here that looks like it's actually different from the one on the box, but we have to go by the number on the box. And also when we can notice when this specific pump was actually being manufactured and packed. So this one is for 2020, so this is the latest pump that we can identify. So from what I learned, Harley is actually updating some of these parts and not necessarily updating the part number, because as you can see, this is a different number, but this is just the number for the casing, and the number for this whole assembly is actually listed here. So as you will notice, the feed gear still have 10 lobes in here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But the scavenger have actually 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a perfect way to identify if the pump on your bike is the newer model or the old model. The new design of the pump body has also upgraded those ports for scavenging from the crankcase and also the cam cover. So the previous design have the split between 60 and 40% depending on the location of the feed of the oil. Right now, for the newer pump, we have this upgraded design that is actually 50-50, which will assure that we have the same amount of oil being pumped on both sides. So this is something that actually help the engine work properly and assure that the amount of oil in the specific area of the engine case is proper, and avoid those issues in the future. So it is important to remember that all the Harleys that were manufactured with the new M8 engine from 2017 up to May 22nd of 2019 received the engine have actually the old pump installed in them. So this is something to definitely pay attention if you have the motorcycle that was manufactured before May 22nd of 2019. It's a good idea to, of course, update those pumps, and in these cases that you are experiencing the loss of power, or you feel that the engine is running like super hot, that might be actually indicator that there is no proper oiling for the engine. This is something that you should really pay attention to. And I have to say, probably upgrade of the camshafts is a perfect moment to actually upgrade the new pump. And of course, it doesn't have to be the upgrade of camshaft. It's always a good idea to maybe go there even without this specific upgrade. If you don't want to upgrade your engine for a little bit more performance, you can just go into the engine and upgrade the pump by itself. The pump cost about $127. Some of the dealers offer this pump a little bit cheaper. I bought my pump from Newcastle dealership that is offering those pumps for about $117. So this is really cheap insurance for making sure that your motorcycle won't get damaged, as the damage, if there is no proper oiling, can be really severe. So please pay attention to this really important details. It looks like for models 2020 and up, all the bikes have the updated pump, so the owners of those motorcycles shouldn't worry about this specific case. And I would like to also share like one more shot of this instruction that I'm talking about, this service bulletin. It looks like this document is actually named M1450, which is marked in here. And I was able to find this document on the internet, and I was also following up on this case for quite some time before I purchased my bike. And funny enough, my motorcycle was manufactured in May 2019, so I won't probably know if the pump that I have on my bike is the new style or the old style. but I was rather precautious, and I ordered a new pump just to make sure that if we'll open the engine and we'll find out the old pump, that this pump will be upgraded. So I really hope that this is helpful for some of the subscribers, and please like and subscribe in there. I would really appreciate your support as always, and I hope that I will have some valuable videos coming soon. So thank you so much for your attention, and ride safe, guys. Bye bye.